Hey guys, in today's quick 5-minute tutorial video, I want to give you a quick overview of the Radial Brush Adjustment tool and how you can use it right here in Lightroom. Now this is a tool that up until maybe 6 months ago, I hadn't actually used that much myself. In fact, I didn't really know too well how it worked and didn't appreciate the benefits it could give me. Now, one thing to state at this point, if you're doing like portrait photography, this could be a really useful tool if you want to do some nice clever edits or kind of emphasize part of the photo. In sports, so far I've found I'm more using it for those artistic shots, maybe the pre-game shots or a game celebration, or certainly now we're in spring and the light contrast can be really quite harsh and you can have nice bright areas of the pitch and then really dark shadows. You can use those shadows to maybe create some really nice moody photos by using the Radial Brush Adjustment tool. So let's jump in. I'm going to just pick a random photo here of this guy taking a throw-in a match I covered recently. And the adjustment tool we're talking about is a circular one right here. So the Radial Filter, I've hit that. And now what we need to do is draw a circle or an oval around your subject. So I'm going to do a long thin one that'll cover this guy top to bottom like so. Maybe just change the shape, and you can literally just drag these little blocks here. I'm sure they've got a proper name. It's not blocks, but you can drag these around just to alter the size of your circle. Once you've got your circle drawn, what you can then do is start to play with the develop features over on the right hand side, or the develop effects. The one I find most useful is probably the exposure one. So if we drag that down, I'm going to take it all away just so you can clearly see what's happening here. So the circle you've drawn is the bit that's kind of immune to the edit. The rest of the photo will be edited. So by having a shape drawn or the oval drawn around the player, as I take that exposure down, what it's going to do is kind of take the exposure down all around the outside of that circle, and it's like a soft gradient or radial kind of blur, if you like, of that effect into where the player is. And this works for, well, just about all of these different effects here. So again, you can really tweak things to tone it down. This, by the way, I'm not trying to create something that looks good. I'm just giving you the example, because as you can see, it looks hideous is what I'm doing. But just to give you the idea, that is how that tool works. And then when you click off it, there is your edit. It's just a really nice, quick way of trying little different things with your photographs. And as I said, if you've got like a portrait image that's face on, this can work really well for that. I'm going to show you an example as well, just using I was going to say wildlife photo. It's not quite a wildlife photo. It was an odd looking bird that kind of landed a couple of mornings ago on the fence a couple of gardens down. So I opted to get my my big 400mm lens out on my camera and snap a quick photo, and it was only after that point I established, with the help of a friend, that it was something called an egret or an egret, apparently. There we go. I don't know my birds. I'm not a twitcher or anything, but anyway, let's crack on and again draw our circle. Every time I do this, I forget that it kind of draws it off to the side there, so I always put it in the wrong place to start with. There we go. So luckily you can drag it down, obviously change the shape a bit. You can play around to your heart's content with that and go for different effects. I've absolutely ruined what little merit there was in this photograph, but again, you see the point I am trying to make. And that's it really. It's just a real cool little tool to have a practice with it, see what it'll do for you in your type of photography that you do the most, and just play around. The best thing you can do with things like Lightroom and Photoshop, by the way, is simply play around with it. That's how I've found my way through most of what I know. And I'd definitely recommend just doing that. So if you found this video useful, please subscribe or drop a little like below. It'll be really helpful in getting my channel built up. And feel free to drop a comment, and if there's anything else you'd like me to cover, or if you've got any feedback, or maybe there's a way that you use this tool differently to how I have here, it'd be great to see and read about what you do. So thanks for watching, and see you again on the next video.